Hi my little daisies, thanks for clicking on this video. Before we get started, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I also want to personally thank you all for helping me get to 600 subscribers. Yay! On our way to 1,000. Alright, now I'm going to go ahead and jump into just a short review of episode 5, Crazy in Love. I did do a longer review, scene by scene. If you guys want to check that out, go check out my page, and I do have a longer video for this episode. Alright, now we start off the episode with Chrisean and Blueface in their kitchen. They're talking about the meetup that they're going to have with his family. They're both obviously nervous. He keeps asking her if she's ready. She asks him if he's ready. They discuss, kind of some of the things that went down the last time, police coming and fighting and all of that. I will say Chrisean looked very cute this episode. She was wearing a pair of jeans, a white sheer top with her hair long and straight. She looked beautiful. I don't know what Blueface was wearing, some kind of brown sweater, hoodie, pants combo with like orange flowers on it, but okay, we're gonna move on. So they get to the meetup location. It looks like it's Blue's restaurant, and Chrisean and Blueface are there first. They sit down for a little while, wait, making googly eyes at each other, being cute. Finally, Blueface calls his mom on FaceTime, and it looks like they're already there and just maybe sitting in a car. So they finally come walking in. The mom walks in like a diva. They're all dressed crazy. Blueface and Chrisean are on one side of the room. His family are sitting in chairs across the room, and they're talking to each other. The sister at first tries to, hey, how's it going, blah, blah, blah. But she quickly turns it into, a loud arguing match. Chrisean and Blueface pretty much the whole time tried to keep their cool, tried to be calm, tried to talk the other three down. But Blueface's family was just very argumentative, very loud. When the sister wasn't screaming, then the brother took over for screaming. He even kept pushing Blueface and Chrisean, saying, "You're scared of my sister? You're scared of my sister?" He even called Chrisean a hoe, which I think was so inappropriate. And then he started on Blueface more, like, "Come on, I'll beat you up anytime. I'll beat you up anytime. Let's go." And finally Blueface heard a trigger word or something, but he finally got up and he swung. Now, of course, security broke them up pretty quick. They had a little moment. Everybody kind of calmed down and sat back in their chairs. The brother was still really, really talking a lot of mess, though. He was really just like, "I'll beat you up anytime, anywhere. I'll beat you up really bad." So finally, they're all sitting back in the chairs. And then the sister basically says she is demanding an apology. And she wants to get through everything and move on, but she needs an apology first. And I will give it up to Blueface. He really stood up and was a man about it, and apologized to all three of them. Even though I don't think they necessarily deserved apologies, he gave apologies to every single one of them, even the brother who was just acting wild for no reason. So yeah, I really want to give him props on that. And for Chrisean too, she didn't lose her cool. She took a lot of crap talking towards her and, didn't get riled up. She only said things a few times just to defend herself. Like, what do you mean you guys attacked me? So I get it. It looks like, from the sound of it, Blueface's mom was the one that initiated all the argument and altercation the last time that they had met up and got into a fight. Blueface is saying it. The sister is saying it. Chrisean is saying it. It was the mom's fault. Apparently, she has a really bad temper. The sister even said at one point, "Well, that's mommy. You know how the mommy is." Like, that made it okay. So yeah, it does seem like it was Blueface's mom's fault the last time that they had the altercation and Chrisean got into a fight with her. Blueface said his mom even called Chrisean a crack baby. Wow. So they keep talking, and then the mom has to chime in and throw shade at Chrisean. Chrisean at this point was sitting behind Blueface with her arms around him, just kind of rubbing his shoulders and his neck. And Blueface's mom was like, "Why can't we be here just talking? It's weird that some weirdo is rubbing on you right now while we're trying to talk." Like, lady, can you just let them live their lives? Like, they're just comforting each other. You can tell they both need comfort. They're both nervous, and they both seem to be very affectionate people towards each other. I have noticed that, and I think it's really cute. Finally, Blueface gets up and says, you know, it's not that big of a deal. I don't know why you guys are tripping so much. He gets up and gives them all a hug. And that's the end of that scene. All right, then we cut to the last location, which appears to be Blueface's mom's new house, which Chrisean did mention in the beginning that she thought Blueface's mom started an argument just to get a house out of Blueface. So that was very interesting. She seemed very proud to show it off, but it kind of got cut off. Blueface's mom and his sister are sitting by the pool. Here come Blueface and Chrisean walking up. Chrisean looks very tired. Looks like she just got out of bed and she wasn't really prepared for this. Blueface takes his mom off to the side and said he wants to talk to her alone, leaving Chrisean and the sister there alone. Blueface tells his mom that she's in his business too much, that she doesn't have the right to pick and choose who he's with or who he has in his house. He said that he gave her money. He said that he gave the sister a place to stay. And the mother said whenever he gave her the money, that he threw it on the floor. And that she was a real woman and she don't pick up no money off the floor. She don't pick no money up off the floor. And Blueface said, you have so much pride. Why don't you take that pride and get you and your daughter a hotel room with your own money then? And she was like, F you mean? I'm going to use your money. F you mean? Like, okay, lady, make up your mind. Are you going to use them or not? She tries to tell him that she loves him and she would never take anything from him, which obviously seems to be a lie. She did take a house from him. And I have noticed, I don't watch her videos. I'm not subscribed to her, but I do notice that every time something pops off with Chrisean and Blueface, that she starts posting videos talking about it. So you're obviously trying to make any little penny you can off your son. She does seem to appear very narcissistic. While they were talking, of course, she had to throw some more shade at Chrisean and tried to tell Blueface, look, you know me. I'm not this person. Anybody who would tell you that I'm trying to take from you is the reason why, you know, all this got out of hand. Like, it was you. You started all this. Don't lie, mama. Finally, he tells her, look, everything that's going wrong in your life is your fault. It's not my fault. It's not Chrisean's fault. It's your fault. So I thought that was pretty nice. And obviously very, very true. She didn't apologize for anything. She didn't seem to show any real remorse. She just seemed like she was being very fake and very selfish. That's how she came off to me. I must admit, I had a lot of negative thoughts about Blueface coming into this show. But the more I see of it and his family and Chrisean's family, you can see why they are the way that they are. Your childhood definitely makes a big deal on who you are as an adult. So it's nice to kind of see that and see them working through those things. It's nice that he tries to keep the calm a lot of times throughout the meeting with his family. Most of the time he was smiling, you know, just trying to get everyone to calm down. There was a point where his face was so disappointed looking. I felt really bad for him in that moment. But that was basically the gist of the conversation between Blueface and his mom. Now Blueface's sister and Chrisean went inside the house to sit down in a living room. It looks like they're sitting across the room from each other on some couches. The sister tries to be fake nice at first. She talks really loud. I don't know why she has such a loud voice. But she starts saying that, you know, she can tell Chrisean is a really sweet girl and she has a lot of love. And she just thinks that it's other people's BS that has gotten in the way of them two having a relationship. She said she thought Chrisean and her were close. So when Chrisean hit her mother, she was very disappointed. And she didn't think Chrisean would do something like that out of respect of her and Chrisean's relationship, which I thought was pretty ridiculous. You're her boyfriend's sister. I don't think that you guys were that close to where she's going to let somebody run up on her man and not defend herself just because that's your mother. That's not how the way things work, right? Okay. But she does basically continue to gaslight Chrisean and just tell her, like, it's not that big of a deal. This is just the way mommy is. You just have to go with the flow. You can't be hitting my mom. No, you know, she was basically saying no matter what my mom does, you cannot hit her. You're just going to have to ride with the punches. No. Okay. Then after Blueface and his mom got done talking, she comes into the room as well. Once again, she tries to give her little fake nice, hey, how are you kind of thing. But very quickly, the conversation escalates again back to the altercation that happened before. Blueface's sister and his mother start screaming at Chrisean. Chrisean is by herself. At this point, I'm like, where's Blueface? I've never wanted to see Blueface so bad. Where is Blue? Why is he not coming and helping Chrisean? Why is she here by herself? She looked so uncomfortable, poor thing. I really felt for Chrisean in this episode. You could tell she was very uncomfortable. And I got to give her props for keeping her cool, because it was pretty disrespectful how they talked to her and treated her. Finally, Blueface does come into the rescue and says, hey, come on, you ready? Let's go. Chrisean jumps up. She's obviously ready to go. The mom had to throw a little bit more shade there at the end and said, when Blueface says, hop, you just say how high. And she's like, Chrisean was like, no, I don't. And even Blueface was like, nah, she usually don't. She just wants to leave your house. That's what she wants to do. Okay. So finally, after those conversations that really went nowhere and really nothing got worked out, Blueface told his mom, we're just going to have to agree to disagree. We're two different kind of people. We're not on the same page. So it doesn't really look like they got any kind of things solved in this episode. I have to say, based on the previews, I'm really excited for next week's episode. Chrisean and Blueface look like they're going to therapy. So that should be very, very interesting. We all know it's needed. Heck, we all need therapy. So I'm very excited to see what happens and what comes out. And hopefully the two of them can come to a better understanding of themselves and each other and their relationship. I love Chrisean. I think she's so beautiful and she's so full of life. And if she loves Blueface, then fine. I love them as a couple, as toxic or, as negative things that are said about them in their relationship. I do love them together. I can tell when they look into each other's eyes that they really, really care about each other. They're still really nervous around each other. They still want to impress each other. But it is a hot mess, their relationship. They both have a lot of issues that they need to deal with. So yeah, super excited about next week. I hope you all join me on reviewing episode 6. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you all my daisies. Love you.